There is a conflict between Baguio's ownership and IPRA law.
Yes.
What will he uphold and the city's ownership or IPS?
Gandang question yan.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
Very, pero malalim yan. We have to go back to the background.
Uh-huh.
Para kasi itong mga nakikinig viewers natin,
Yes.
they will understand the issue.
Yes.
We go back to the year when Baguio was created.
Okay.
Kaya mahabang storya yan.
1901.
1909.
1909.
Yeah. And to 1909 na yan, the American colonizers then,
Correct.
through the person of Judge Malcolm, Malcolm Square.
Hence Malcolm Square.
Yeah. He was the Justice Malcolm. He wrote the city charter.
Okay.
The city charter, yun ang parang sa layman's term, sabihin mo na, yun ang constitution ng syudad.
Correct.
So it
Early
created.
constitution ng syudad.
Yes,
Correct.
it created the city.
Uh-uh.
And when that happened in 1909, sabi ng city charter, this is the territory of Baguio. So it described the territory of Baguio. It was carved out of the province of Benguet, sabihin mo na.
Yes.
So kasama na dyan ang may portions of Itogon, may portions of Tuba. Greater part of it came from Tuba, or portion of it from Tuba, and a little from La Trinidad. So that was Baguio. Now, when they did that, the government realized that there were naunang tao, the natives nga. So they thought of giving the natives a chance to have their lands recognized, or have them recognized as owners of their lands.
Correct.
They called these lands private lands. During that time, yun ang term nila, private lands. So that in 1912, they opened up a system for the recognition of these private lands.
Okay.
Siyempre, during that time, sino pa ba ang nandito? Yung mga Ibalo, sila lang nandito eh. Yung outside people, wala pa noon.
Yes.
It was a virgin land, sabihin mo na lang.
Yeah.
Di ba? It's just that we had an American government then. Yun. And when the government opened up the recognition, the processing of titling was they started it. Of course, we have our national laws. Let's not be technical about it. Kung sabihin mo yung anong law yun, number, ano. Pero kwento-kwento na lang.
Oh, yeah.
And they did recognize lands. In 10 years' time, let's fast forward to 1922, sabi ng gobyerno, let's stop it. Let's close it already. Of course, with due process, with notices, no 2020, or rather, 1922, awanan. Lakas siya. So they stopped it. They closed it. 1922. But then, so they closed it. And when they closed it, the government declared that Baguio City, the whole area of Baguio City, you remove the private lands that were already recognized, yung mga Ibaloy lands.
Oh.
Okay. And then you segregate the reservations. Nag-reserve ang gobyerno kasi. They reserved, like for instance, Forbes Park,
Yes.
military bases, teachers camp, Camp Allen,
Navy base.
and others.
Alisin
mo yon, na-reserve yon. The rest, yung naiwan, that's public land. That's now they call it the Baguio Town Site.
Yes.
Okay? So yung Baguio Town Site na yan, pwede mo lang i-dispose ng city, ng gobyerno, ibigay na title sa mga aplikante through sale. Bibilhin nila from government. Kaya until now, the practice is done. Kaya nga meron tayong very familiar or very popular term, TSA. Town Site Sales Application.
Yes,
then meron yung MSA, Miscellaneous Sales Application. Sales pa rin. So that was the mode of titling. Pero limited areas lang. Ang isang aplikante, 1,000 ang maximum.
Yes.
So that was 1922. But then, even when the government closed that in 1922, there were applicants for recognition of their private lands who petitioned the court.
Yung mga pending.
Oh,
Mga pending application. Oo.
reopening tawag doon.
Reopening.
Petition for reopening.
When?
And this was through the courts.
Okay.
And the courts granted. So maraming titulo na na-issue rin. Even after 1922. Hanggang 1968 yun. Medyo matagal, no?
Tagal.
Tagal. So, I think 1968 yung last na last na 211 titles ang tawag natin doon. Now, in 1973, the government declared all of these 211 titles issued between 1922 to 1968 as null and void.
Hala?
Oh. Sabi niya doon, reverted back to public land.
Pinikat na amin.
Ayan. 1973 yun.
1973.
Then, si President Marcos naman, Ferdinand Marcos, noong 1977, because of the clamor of people already, bakit nyo ginawa yun? Bakit nyo ginawang null and void yung mga titulo namin?
Correct.
Binili naman namin.
Correct.
In good faith.
Yes.
So because of that, the premise is that you voted in good faith. 1977 says, the government says that, sige, ipa-revalidate mo. Yun. So, kaya meron tayong natatawag na revalidation. Kung hindi siya revalidated, considered pa rin na null and void. Pero kung revalidated yung title na 211, valid siya. Ngayon, fast forward tayo to 1997, lumabas yung Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act.
Yes.
Yung IPRA. Nasabi nga
ni Michael.
And here, parang reopen na naman niya ang pag-recognize ng mga ancestral lands. Pero dito, ang term na natin, ancestral lands na. Noong 1912, private lands. Pero pareho yan. Yung private lands, ancestral lands, that's the same. Yun. It was reopened, and then a government agency was created, which is the NCIP.
Yes.
And they did issue titles, recognize these titles in Baguio.
Okay.
Ang problema dyan, di ba sabi natin noong 1922, merong reservations.
Correct.
These were reservations reserved by the government for
this purpose.
For purpose. The keyword is purpose. Ngayon, NCIP na-recognize na yung mga ancestral claims.
Correct.
So may clash.
Oo.
Di ba?
Oo. So nireserve ng government saka sa
recognized by the NCIP.
Yes.
So yun na yung tanong niya. That is the background.
Yes.
So ngayon, anong stand natin? Sabi niya ba?
Ang sabi ni Michael dito is what will you uphold and the city's ownership or IPs?
I see.
Ano yung stand mo daw?
Yeah. Kailangan natin dyan the rule of law, and also we need to correct the injustice at the same time.
Correct.
Which was instituted during the colonized
early days ng Baguio.
Under the colony of
Americans.
Yeah. We must understand when the law was done during that time, hindi demokrasya. Hindi katulad ngayon.
Kasi pina-follow natin yung law ng USA. Correct.
Pero ang maganda diyan, which maybe we will elaborate later on.
Yeah.
The US government recognized the original settlers of Baguio in a decision written by the famous Justice Holmes sa US Supreme Court. Kaya nga binigyan nila ng titulo yung John Hay.
Correct.
Na establishing a doctrine called the native title. Doctrine of native title. Which is also known as the Carino Doctrine. Kasi ang party doon, ang petitioner doon, si Mateo Carino.
Okay.
Ganun ang history doon. Sa John Hay.
Pumasok ang mga Carino.
Oo. Ganun yun. Anyway, the problem is, ngayon, lately lang, 2 years ago, may decision ng Supreme Court. Kasi nga may mga kaso-kaso na eh.
Correct.
May clash. Unfortunately, we say unfortunately for the affected parties.
Yes.
Supreme Court said that the city of Baguio is exempted from the IPRA.
Oh.
Hindi pwedeng i-apply mo ang IPRA dito sa Baguio.
Oo.
Because of a section in IPRA itself.
Mm.
We call it, it's identified as Section 78.
Mhm.
Sabi niyang Section 78 kasi, the city shall continue to be governed by its city charter.
Mm.
Eh di ba sa city charter may reservation?
Yeah,
and
may
everything.
reservation.
So ano bang nauna, yung iklog o yung manok? Parang ganun eh.
But per history, nauna yung yung private
lands.
land by per history.
Even recognized by the US Supreme Court.
Yes, oo.
So anyway, there's a basis naman by the Supreme Court right now,
Mm-hmm.
which is Section 78. So the culprit is Section 78.
78.
Yeah. And this is what we intend to work on if given the chance to work in Congress. Para maayos na yan. Kasi
Correct.
kung hindi mo ayusin, ganun na. Yung decision ng Supreme Court, yun na.
Walang justice.
Final na eh.
Walang
Kung bakit kasi nalagay yung Section 78 sa IPRA.
correct.
That's the irony. The rest of the Philippines, they're enjoying IPRA.
And-
Except Baguio.
And now, I could say that this is one of your advocacies in running for the Congress.
In fact, it is the main.
It is the main.
Yeah. Not only for the interest of the IPs,
Yes.
but for the whole city.
Correct.
Kasi maraming affected dyan.
Oo.
Yung mga buyers in good faith nga natin. Kung saan-saan galing. Nag-abroad sila. Nag-invest sila. Bumili sila. Nandyan pa ngayong mga bahay nila. Yung iba.
Well, correct.
Tapos ano nga detan. And it affects also the planning of the whole city.
Yes.
What is the direction of the city? Malaking question yan eh.
Correct. Oo.
A city without a direction, di ba? Or a person without direction, we get lost.
Oo naman.
Di ba?
Oo.
So yun, yung sa urban planning, it is also dependent
Yes.
on the fate of these
Yes.
ancestral lands.
Yes.
So I think the question is, although yung question is saan ako papanig, papanig ako sa buong siyudad ng Baguio. What is good for the city
What is
of
good
Baguio.
for the totality.
Yes.
Correct. Oo.
It is not a question of whether you are for the ancestral lands or against.
Yes.
It's for the totality of the city.
Oo. To
And
have
you deal-
direction.
Have direction and deal with it from perspective that we consider the interest of the whole city.
Correct.
But not leaving out the interest of the original IPs.
Correct. Tama, tama.